We're back. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. A little chilly in here. View request. Nope. So tell your good lies. Y'all don't get on here and ready. That's the good one. Oh no. No, 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 no. Hey, Big Shirley's back. Big Shirley back. Big Shirley.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
It's Mariah Carey. What you got for us?
I just tuned in, so
Hit one of them high notes for me. Hit me one of them G7s.
It says Q&A.
What you got?
So I guess I don't know. I always watch your show, so I appreciate your advice.
Thank you.
If anything, so
You have a question?
I don't.
You got on here to stroke your hair and say hi. I do have a question.
Yes.
How do y'all ladies keep petting y'all's hair like it ain't gonna go somewhere?
I don't know. That's bad. I gotta stop doing that.
I'm serious. To all y'all ladies, please let us know because y'all are just like.
It's like we always touching our hair. Like
I don't understand.
I'm bad with that, Kevin.
I don't know. It's like a lot of women are that way.
Yes.
So get you one of those little crowd clickers, and every time you touch your hair, click it. So you can see how many times you click. Because you've touched your hair like 13 times.
I have, and like I do that when
you did it again.
People.
Stop.
I think it's my way of like coping. Like when I'm like in front of a big group of people, okay. I tend to do that. So,
well,
but I appreciate your advice.
Thank you.
I'll be tuning in because
stop touching your hair.
I know. Let me stop. No, but for real, I do appreciate your advice.
And all right, then. Don't want you to get nervous no more. All right, then.
I'm gonna try not to.
I've always been curious as to why they do that. It's like. Like, why do they do that? Thank you for your. Hi, Pepper Johnson. Seriously, it's not a hair. Well, she bought it, I guess. I mean, take it off your head, put it on your kids. You know. Okay, where are all the Instagram models and the strippers and the dancers? Now, I don't strip on my Instagram, but she was nervous. She was cute. That gotta be nice. They gotta allow people to get on, man.
Good evening, Mr. Samuel.
Hey, Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing this evening?
What do you got on the money rings?
Money rings. I wish.
What you got for me?
I wanted to let you know that your advice is very productive as far as what a woman can do to transform herself to make her more marketable to getting a mate or a man or a husband.
Okay.
I do appreciate your advice.
But?
No, there's no but.
Okay.
Only because I receive your advice as something that probably something my father should have given me.
Mm-hmm.
Or he didn't have to. I could have just watched what my mom and him did, but it would have been nice to have a talk with my dad about certain
Do
things.
you want to get married?
I do.
Any children?
I do. I don't have any children.
Okay. How old are you?
Well, I'm a little bit over the boat, over the hill.
Which one is that?
I'm over the hill. Do I think I have a chance to get married? Maybe to
I just asked you how old you were. I mean.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you. I'm 46.
Okay. And is that a smoke alarm going off in the background?
Yes, it is, and I'm going to change the battery as
That
soon
is a
as...
single woman tale. We laugh at yeah, I mean, I need all you ladies to know something all men look for. We laugh at all the smoke alarms to go off when it, because that's a sign that there ain't no man around.
There isn't.
Because we would not allow that shit to go on for more than 4 hours. We could not do it.
I agree. It actually started to go on today, and when I came home from work. So as soon as I get off with you, I will change the battery.
Yeah. And I'm curious, why the hair?
Oh, my I like to do different things with my hair.
But you got a blooming onion on. I mean, you got, like,
it does, right?
I'm like, you really look. I'm like,
I came from the gym and I didn't want my hair in my face, so I just put it up.
All right, well,
to get it up.
Shit, now I want to go to Outback. Give me a blooming onion up in this piece. Change that damn smoke detector. Bye.
Bye.
She's saying, fix it, Jesus. Smoke detector. I'm like, God damn, these smoke detectors. Fix it, Jesus. Dude, you ever want to know if you're going over a woman's house to know she married or not? You got a man? No, I ain't got a man. You got no husband or boyfriend? No. I don't believe you. Yeah, she's single. That damn smoke detector is just a way to say, girl, you the same person. That smoke detector is a way to say, hey, man, all vacancies. You should have acted like you had some sense when you first came on here, Big Shirley. I'm not letting you back on. You'll rot in the comment section before I let you back. Ever. That smoke detector is a way to say, hey, man. Boop, 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 boop. All vacancies. Boop, 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 boop. Again, if you're not ready and it's just looking up at the ceiling, won't happen. Gotta keep on moving. Keep on. So if it's good enough for Beyonce, it should be good enough for y'all. Right? It's good enough for Beyonce. What do you mean it's good enough for Beyonce? Well, she got a husband out of it. I don't know why you guys keep trying to get on here. I told you I'm not talking to a bunch of men. I mean, no homo, man. I don't want to talk to y'all. Let me just tell you, if as a guy, if you want to talk to me, you got to pay. You got to go and book a session. I don't talk to guys. I spent 3 years talking to men. Not doing it anymore. Hi.
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's going on with the microphone? You tapping it? Oh, you turned up the... Okay. Yeah, stop turning up the volume. It's clicking. So what do you got for me?
So I am 44.
Congratulations.
I know you're going to say it's the danger zone.
No, baby, you left the danger zone 9 years ago. You were in no man's land.
That's so not true, Kevin.
Okay. Then why are you here? Because you have a man? I mean, no man's land, meaning, what does no man's land mean? Between 36 and 60, where all the men are in relationships or they on the way out the door? Are there more men after 36 or before? Thank you.
But, you know, there's an exception.
There's always an exception, but is that how we want to live our lives? What's your question?
So my question is, why is it that you feel that there's no hope for us at 44, no kids?
Are you married? Were you ever married?
I was married,
Any children?
no children.
How long were you married?
I was married for 9 years.
Okay. And you guys chose not to have any kids or what?
No, we tried
Okay. Leave it there. And y'all got divorced. Why?
because of the massive trying and not happening, and
What does that
went
mean?
down a slippery slope. I went through a depression, and
Okay. So who filed?
I filed.
On grounds of what?
I felt I wasn't worthy.
You felt you were not worthy? How long ago was your divorce?
About 10 years ago.
All right. So you're 44. That was 19 years of your life. You got married at
24.
25? All right. You haven't had a relationship in 10 years.
I did. I was engaged after
And why didn't that proceed to marriage?
because he enjoys having a lot of side women. But again, back then I just felt like, it has to be perfect. And
Well, that's okay. So you answered your own question. Why do I feel there's no hope? Because how many chances at bat do you ladies think you're going to get in life?
correct.
You've been married. That's more than 75% of other black women can ever say. And you break that. Then you mess around and get another fiance. And it's not perfect. So you leave that.
But then I left that so that I can work on me.
That's the excuse you get. Okay, that's the Oprah excuse. I don't buy that shit.
Well, let me
Explain why I don't buy. You asked me. Let me tell you why. Because why you could have worked on yourself in the context of a relationship. See, black women have this all or none. You act like you can't do multiple things at one time.
Correct, you're
And
right.
then you ask, why do I feel like there's no hope? Well, if you spend most of your time breaking up in relationships and not working out stuff, you got more history of that. And especially at 44, that pattern's pretty well set.
But
So it's not that there's no hope. It's just that it becomes infinitesimal.
But you did say that women and men should come correct, get your shit together before you come into a relationship with someone else. So if you know that there's challenges that you're dealing with while you're single, not in a relationship, but while you're single.
Yeah, but yes, true. However, 40. You said you had a 9-year marriage that you divorced from, and you had a relationship that you left because he was cheating.
Yeah,
And you never cheated.
I have.
Exactly. And how long ago did that end?
About maybe 7 years ago.
And what have you been doing since then?
Well, that's when I started working on myself. Because
But see, that's what I don't understand. 7 years, man. I'm not 37 or 44. Jesus Christ, how long are y'all supposed to French toast work? That's what I mean. Yeah, I was like, well, I'm gonna work on myself. That's another way to say I'm going to just sit here and give it to God and hope. We've allowed y'all to do this. And no.
But I'm saying it's correct. But it took me that time to realize it. And
Okay. Well, here's the unfortunate part. The women your age tend to want, are you what the men you want?
I believe so.
Okay. Children are off the table. What do you need? What do you need from a man financially?
For him to hold it down.
What does that mean?
So what that means is, as a woman, and
Put a dollar value on it. Don't give me the yearbook answer.
At least a minimum of 6 figures. Minimum.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
I laugh, man, because I'm trying to keep it light, but the next question I'm going to ask was, how tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Dress size.
It's a small.
What is that?
You said, what is that?
Yeah.
That's size 2.
Okay. But even if you're 44, the dress size 2, a man who is at least your age or older, earning $100,000, what do you think he wants from a woman?
Well, I think he
Children.
wants, of course.
And barring that, if he's not going to get a woman his children, he's going to get a woman with, let's just put it this way, less damage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care if he's black or not?
I do care if he's black.
So what percentage of black men earns 6 figures or more?
It's a small percentage.
What percentage is that?
It's about 5-10%.
Right. And you got to ask a very hardcore question. 9 out of 10 men are not good enough for you. What in the blue blazes are you bringing to the table to make you the better choice out of all of those women that want that 10% of men?
Well, the fact that I know what it takes now, more now than before, about holding the man down in reference to being a woman.
Mm-hmm. And how you want to compete against a 27-year-old who knows all that from the rip?
That's if they know all that. A lot of the 27 years old don't.
Yeah, but again, see, you just see what older women tend to do is you tend to paint yourself the best case scenario that younger women are like I was, and they're not. I just got back off a date with a woman in her 20s, and I'm going to tell you, they are not like women in their 40s. I don't date women in your age range, and I'll tell you why. Because it's just more problematic. You got
Why is it?
more things that have happened. Life has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be hard to hear, but there's really nothing new with an older woman. You've likely already own your own home. You have your own car. You've been here. You've been there. It's all standard and no asset. What you have yet to say is what women like yourself at your age are bringing better than younger women. And you have to be able to articulate that if you expect somebody to buy it. That's why I laugh, because I've seen this so many times that when I ask a woman, they're like, well, I just know how to hold a man down. Okay, well, tell me what that means.
It's not yet, but I wanted to let you finish. I didn't want to talk over you. But it's not holding it down, is be able to be his partner in a sense, as far as men really want a woman that knows how to communicate, compromise, be able to know how to cook, clean, have fun, travel, be a partner, be his supporter. It's not just about just to be there, just to be his friend. It's more than that.
Okay.
And
how many men do you know earn the kind of money you're talking about?
I know quite a few because of my environment.
All right. Most men are not looking for a woman to be a partner. They're looking for a helpmeet. They're not looking for somebody to travel with. Man, what you described is what many women are looking for. The men that I know, have always known in this area, don't say the things you said.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for fit, feminine, friendly, yes, cooperative, submissive, feminine skills, those kind of things. But they're also looking for somebody who, for lack of a better word, is teachable, is trainable. A woman is going to have to be tailored to you. And at 44, there's not much tailoring. It's, I know how to do this.
Not true.
Hmm?
Even to this day, I'm always willing to learn.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then we should see worldwide men in the top 10% of earnings choosing to marry women in their latter years versus their earlier years. Is that what we see?
Not real, not a lot of it,
What does that
but
tell you?
it still exists.
I don't know why you guys keep going back to that. It does exist. See, what you have yet to do is say that $100,000 is ridiculous. You effectively, I mean, no disrespect, man, but I don't understand how you ladies come through here and automatically think you have what it takes to remove 90% of men. What do you bring to the table that's so special where you can automatically demand the top 10% of men?
Okay,
Because basically, you're looking at the other 90% of men and saying you're not good enough off the rip just because of your money. So
that's,
I accept that. Yes, I accept that. And I'm just as harsh with women. If women are going to come in and say he needs to make at least six figures, I'm going to say I accept it. Then you're going to have to tell me what the French toast you're doing to negate 90% of men because you're telling them that they're not good enough. So it's about time
that's
women
not
have to hear. Hmm?
that's not true. I never said that they weren't good enough. You just said what I would
You
like. That does,
well,
but that's
okay. I'm not trying to play semantics, man. I said what you said he needs to rank at least six figures.
yeah.
If he's not
So,
making at least six figures, he's not what you want.
oh, didn't say that. I didn't say if he's not
All right,
making
I'm,
six.
I'm expecting I'm talking to a grown up at 44. I'm not playing word games.
You act what I want, but however, I am flexible. You have to be flexible and be able to compromise. You always want to score high. However, you could meet somewhere down in the middle if you don't get it. We're not always going to get everything we want. We can ask for it, but it's not that we're always going to get exactly what we want.
Tell that shit to somebody who believes it. You can't. I believe what you said after rip because you've had the better part of 5 minutes to say that. Now you're backpedaling. At no point in the last 5 minutes have you made this, well, I'm flexible. Why are you flexible now? Please don't get in the comment section. I'm not there.
No,
So,
I looked up.
so you asked me why I say, and ma'am, if you go back and look at this conversation,
Hmm?
if you can objectively go back and look at it, it's because you're presenting as a 44-year-old woman with 44-year-old experience and requirements and expectations and ways to converse and to talk. Younger women typically don't do this verbal judo that a lot of old women like to do because they still have hope. They're still like, I'm still young, hot, this and that. I can just tell you what it is. Older women tend to be like, well, and guys aren't trying to play games. They're just trying to
Hmm.
understand what it is. I'm making no judgments about that you want somebody making six figures because I do believe that's what you want. Because are you making that kind of money?
Hmm.
then human nature tells me that that's what you want. Women are hypergamous by nature. Want a man to have at least what you have. Well, unfortunately, only 8% of black men earn what you earn. That's married, unmarried, gay, straight, whatever. And they don't want what you're saying. And it still is the question is there is little to no hope for women who are 44 years old wanting a black man in the top 8% of black men. Because honestly, your competition is too stiff with just black women. That doesn't even include the other women. So my question is, why is a man making $50,000 not enough?
It's not that he's not enough.
Well, we can play that game,
I've dated that they were making 50,000. It
okay? But
wasn't
why is he? Why is the bar not 50?
because I like to set my standards high, and I
Okay,
don't get it.
okay, man, but do you like to set your standard high? Are you up there? On sexual marketplace value, are you up there?
On the sexual marketplace value, you
Yeah,
said?
so your standard is high. So you like to set your asking price high. Okay, then is your value on the same market, is it high?
I mean, I don't think it's that high.
You don't think it's, so I want to be clear. You're saying your asking price is higher than what you think your value is.
Yeah, I don't think what I'm asking for is a lot. I mean, I know what you're
Oh, so what I'm asking you is whatever you feel like you're asking for, is it higher than what you're, is who you are
saying.
higher than what you're asking for? Or is it
Yeah,
lower? Who you are
who
is
I
higher.
who I am and what I'm asking for.
Who
Yeah.
you are. Who you are,
As,
your sexual marketplace value is
but what does
higher than
you say sexual marketplace value as far as who I am?
sexual marketplace value is simply this, ma'am. You have a number on your head like the rest of us. You
Hmm.
are a 0 to 10 in looks. You're a 0 to 10 in figure. You're a 0 to 10 in agreeableness, femininity, cooperative. It all comes out to a number. From 0 to 10, you're there. And eights, nines, and tens can get the higher can is what men who tend to be in the top 10% typically shoot for.
Hmm.
See, you ladies don't tend to analyze yourself correctly. So you say $100,000 is not that much. Okay. But what you're telling me is that's kind of low compared to what you bring to the table. I mean, it's
No,
a
it's
fair deal.
no, it's at that. It's, I would say my value. I'm marketing based on my value as
Okay.
well,
And what is your value based upon?
based on what I bring to the table as
Such
a
as,
person,
okay.
which is my personality
Uh-huh.
and my feminine side as well.
Mm-hmm.
And with age, I'm still willing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning every day.
Okay.
Um, I don't believe just because a man comes in and wants to teach me something new that, oh, I got it. I actually will let him be the man. You
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, that takes a lot for somebody my age because most of the time for us, we're stuck in our ways. But I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Is any of that what men value?
I'm sorry.
Is any of that stuff you just said what men value?
Based on conversations I've had with some of the men, yeah. But based on what I'm hearing on your show, you're saying no.
Right. Because it's not. Men value your femininity, your youth, your fertility, your cooperativeness, and your submission. So I've asked this question from women. As a business person, what product on the market increases in value with age and use?
Nothing.
Well, this is what you ladies continue to do because you are getting older and because you feel like your experience or who you are is trumps a younger woman, that it should increase your value. But it doesn't. It's
Mm-hmm.
your age. It's lower than it was. Your value is less than it was 10 years ago, which is less than it was 10 years before that. But you're asking for earnings and a man that women in their 20s at the peak of their sexual marketplace value. This is what I think a lot of you ladies don't seem to either want to accept or understand. That
Mm-hmm.
your value to a man is not your income, your education, or your experience.
Yeah, that I already know.
All right. So when I say why does he need to make six figures, it's why is $50,000 not enough? Because man, what you're bringing to the table, what you told me, quite honestly, seems to be rather average. You're not bringing anything extraordinary. You're not bringing anything below. You're bringing pretty much average what a woman can bring to the table. I haven't heard you. I mean, unless I'm missing something. Is there something that you have that you feel like you're bringing that's extraordinary or above average? That's not education or income.
My
Asset
personality.
base. Huh?
My personality.
Your personality.
Mhm. My personality. My mindset. I'm very open-minded. My communication.
I think you understand that
But
there's
I
no
understand.
there's no way for somebody to really quantify a personality without deciding to pick you. And open-minded, man, quite honestly, you may be open-minded for who you used to be, but there are women who are raised to be a companion to a man who are far more open-minded. So what I'm saying is the things you're saying are still pretty average. So, and how we got here is, why do you say that there's no hope? Well, there's no hope for women. I don't say there's no hope, but it's extremely small for women who are demanding such a high price, and they bring so little to the market that the men who can pay that price want.
I
And the
understand.
net of it is men who have options are going to get the best deal they can.
And I agree.
Right.
But I still have my own opinion where I feel like for myself, I don't feel like there's no hope. I don't feel like there's no hope.
And say there was no hope, but I mean, sure, but how much is enough? How much? What percent out of 100%? How much hope is enough for you?
I don't know.
No, fair question. You keep saying there's hope, so how much hope is enough for you? It's not a trick question.
It's just, I'm just saying what it is. I don't,
But you haven't told me. But what I'm trying to understand is, you said there's hope. I said, okay, but out of 100%, how much hope is enough for you?
uh, probably a small percentage, but it doesn't mean that it's zero.
Well, what is it though? It's not at zero. Then what is it?
Maybe at 20%, because of the age bracket and where I'm at.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 20%, pretty liberal, but 20%. So you're willing to risk dying alone.
No, I'm not.
Listen, I didn't finish the question.
I'm
You're
sorry.
willing to risk a 20% hope that you can get this six-figure man versus lowering it down to where you got about a better than 80% shot of getting a man.
No, but I didn't say that if I don't get the 100, that there's no way I'm gonna go back. I would decrease. I never said I wouldn't.
Well, I asked you about the $50,000 a year guy, and you said that no.
Well, because I had it and he wasn't even able to sustain
Well,
his
the
overall.
point is, ma'am, see,
He was living.
what you're missing is that we can play back and forth, man. But I asked you about the $50,000 a year guy, which is the median income for men in this country. Most men make that. Most of the men you run across are going to make that.
Mhm. Most, but not
All
all.
right. Well, this is why, and so to people who are confused, and why I say average at best, die alone, is because women are willing to take a small hope. You're saying 20%. It's nowhere close to being 20%. It's closer to about 5.
Okay.
5%. Not, I don't even think 5. I think arguably closer to about 2. Because you're talking about 8% of men. You're talking about 8% of men.
Mhm.
You 8% of men, period. Then they have to be in your area. What state are you in?
New York.
They have to be in your area. They have to be in your age range. They have to be unmarried and heterosexual. And it's an extremely small group of men. If I actually told you the physical number of men, black men that earn 6 figures or more, it is less. Let's just do it real quick. Let's do it real quick. let's do a rough number. There are 40 million black people in this country, right? Half are men, half are women. So it's roughly 20 million black men. 20 million black men. Multiply that times 0.8. That's just 0.8. 1.6 million. But we still have to adjust it for age. Let's just say half of the men are marrying age. 18 or above. Half. That means 800,000. 800,000 black men of marrying age that earn $100,000 or more. 800,000. And they are spread out across the United States. That's not adjusted for marital status, sexual orientation. So if you take half of you take a half of that number. And you take half of that number. We did this number before. You want to know what it came out to be? I'll tell you what the number came out to be when we crunched it about 1.5 years ago. That's what the number came out to be. 181,000 black men earn 6 figures or more of marrying age, heterosexual. 181,000 and 20 million. And if you say 20 million black women, half marrying age, 10 million, and you say 1 in 4 will marry, so you say 75%, 7.4 million, 7.5 million women looking for 181,000 black men. Now you want to tell me 20%? Let's do it. Let's divide it by 7.5 million. 0.024%, not 20.
That's very low.
Even if you multiply it times 100, even if you say that number is off, Kevin, your math is off. Multiply that number times 100, still 2.4%. I don't just get up here and talk shit. I don't just get up here and pull numbers out of them. I don't just make up stuff.
No, that's why I respect you.
So my point is, you're saying there's a hope. There's a hope. Is there really a hope with that small of a number?
No, I wasn't saying a hope for that amount, just saying hope in general for women like myself.
Yeah, if you start having realistic expectations. But you haven't seemed to have any realistic expectations on this call. It's been more towards, well, it's hopeful, right? You know what? I think I'm going to do that as a breakdown on YouTube. I'm going to actually just throw a number up there so women can get their mind around how many men this really is. So y'all can all realize, oh, by the way, that percentage of men, 181,000, 7.5 million black women are looking for them. Also, a percentage of every other race of women, too.
Yeah.
So, would it make more sense to lower something as arbitrary as money down, especially as you guys get older? But I will tell you that if you were on Instagram Tuesday, 1, 2, 3, 4 black women, there was a woman on there was 41 years old, $200,000 earnings. She was saying the same stuff you're saying. There was, on that same stream, 1, 2, 3, one woman said she wanted a guy making 500. 3 women. It's like, I've been doing this show since May, and from 18 to 70, from GED to PhD, you're all looking for the same 185,000 people. Now, honestly, did you ever really think that the number of men that were making that much money was that small?
No. No.
And that's what people who keep selling you hope. Buy this book. Don't forget this. Don't think like a man, act like this. Come to this seminar. Buy this course. That's what they're selling you hope.
Yeah.
But they don't have. But what you think? One thing you notice, you go to all those conferences, all those book signings, and there's a bunch of hope-filled women and no men.
Yeah.
I get 15,000 people, and there's 80% men. And the men are sitting around, thank you. Thank you for sitting something. So y'all ladies know I'm not just talking for myself. So
no, I know.
At 44, you don't seem to have a horrible attitude, because A lot of sisters would have been, but it's that math number. It's the income that's going to kill it, man. If you got to have a man that's earning 100,000, hell, if you got to have a man that's earning 75,000, that's still, 80,000. That's still only 15% of men.
Mm-hmm.
That just effectively doubles that number to 0.04%. You gotta drop it down to, honestly, at 44 years old, it would make more sense to find somebody who just to finish out life with. Somebody who I trust, respect. He's gonna go out and get my insulin. I'm gonna put his teeth in.
I don't know if I'm gonna go that old.
I'm talking about you gonna grow that old too. I'm saying you're gonna do for him, he's gonna do for you. My mother got married and she didn't anyway. My mother smartened up. And women, unlike my mother, they died alone. She picked the most unlikely guy that I ever could think of because she smartened up.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother was a very attractive woman and had options. So, I hope this has been helpful to let you know that I just don't say that there's no hope for no reason. I say the hope is very, very small. I don't know how much hope 0.024 is. But when you think it's 20 and it comes out to 0.024, to me, that's zero.
Yeah.
So, all right. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right. Let me do some math real quick.
Yes.
So let's take 0.24, and let's just multiply it times 1. That's if you try to convert that to money, there is no unit of coinage that's 0.024. That's not even a penny. That's 25% of 1 penny. No, 0.0. Nope, 0.0. It's 0.0124. You're looking at it after I multiply it times 100 to say it's 2%. It's 0.2%. It's 0.2%, not 2%. 181,000 divided by 7.5 million is 0.2%, because 1%. Is that right? Yeah, 1%. Is that right? Hold on. See, times 0.01. Oh, that's right. It is 2%. It is 2%. 2%. Still insignificant. 2%, 0.2%. I don't. How else you want to slice it? It's still 2%. People ain't like 2% milk. And people who are racist, like it or not, ladies, do the math however you want to. You're trying to get out here and be extremely competitive. Woo, wow. That is crazy. Yeah, 2.4%. 2.4%. No matter how you slice it, it's still terrible. Terrible. What did you miss? Reality. What did you miss? Reality. The reason a lot of women don't like me. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you guys for letting me know the people who go behind me and upload my videos. Several channels have been removed or had their channels taken down. I'm telling you right now, if I see you uploading my video, don't be surprised if you come back and you don't have a channel. No warnings. Don't upload my content. This is my work product. But see, what I think what you ladies need to hear is how many women are effectively telling men that I'd rather wait for 2%. I'd rather wait for 2% of men than the other 98% of you. Ebony, no. Big Shirley, no. I've told you no. What is wrong with y'all? I'm going, you know what? Let me do this. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. When I tell you don't jump back in my calls, I mean it. I mean it. All right. So I tell you no, and if I see you keep jumping back in there, I'm just going to block you. Yep, blocking them. Block, block. Block game is strong. Big Shirley, right? See, well, I think a lot of sisters never really sat back and said, how many people is this? How many people is that? How many men in that category? And see, you ladies need to start understanding that. How many guys fit that category? There are only so many spots left. And if there are no spots left, then you don't get them. All right, well, if you want to go live, I'll take one or two more people. It's a block party, right? But I'm not going live with any dude. No, thank you. So, what's this other person? I mean, think about effectively what women are telling men. That if you don't make $100,000 a year, you're not even qualified to talk to me. If you don't, why can't we repost you? Because it's my content. Pay me. Let me explain something. What do you wouldn't go to, this is work product. You don't get this for free. First of all, because I said so. And there used to be a time where y'all understood that this makes sense. You can't just go take somebody's stuff and do what you want with it. Number two, the platforms tell you you need to get people's permission before you upload it. It's called copyright. But because you think you can do it because no one sees it, these systems alert people. It's bootlegging. It's stealing. You're taking money and a possibility out my mouth. Go make your own work. I don't think. People are like, well, why can't we do it? I had some guy actually, man, why'd you strike my channel? You know what I did? I blocked it. I'm like, how dare you send me an email, ask me why did I strike your channel? Because the people that help me administer this channel have full authority to, if they see a video up, they don't even have to tell them, don't even ask. So I'm telling you, if you put content up, especially from Instagram or something, they ain't gonna warn you. They're just gonna, YouTube gonna come through. And honestly, I got no problem with it. You're supposed to do things the right way. O'Shea is a bigger content creator than any of you guys. And before he uses my content, he asked me a question. Content creators know to actually ask people. A lot of you guys are just out just chasing clout, trying to get a name or get some views that you ain't work for. Hello.
How are you?
Ooh, you might want to move your face back.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
There we go. What do you got for me?
So I am 28. I live in Atlanta, Georgia,
Okay.
and I guess I just I want to know why, what my stats are like.
For what?
Like,
I don't know what do you mean stats for what?
cuz I want to be married or whatever. I want to be in a relationship, but I feel like maybe I'm a little too picky. um I don't know. I
Are
think
you being serious or are you trolling me?
no, I'm being very serious. I think I could be a little bit too picky, but I would like to
What do you
hear.
mean? Picky meaning what?
I mean, I just want a guy that, like, is successful, a provider, a leader, and
You
but
have any
I feel
children?
like, do I have children? No, I don't.
You go to college?
I graduated. I have my bachelor's
And what?
psychology.
Do you want children?
I do.
How many?
I would like, maybe like 2 or 3.
Okay. And do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with the first child?
I think working is normal. I don't have a problem
Do you
working.
want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with the first child?
Yes.
How much would you need to make in Atlanta to raise 3 children in middle class?
I think me and my husband would probably need like a combined income of like 150,000 a year. No. No.
For 3 children?
Well, okay, well, let's say this progressively over time, because you're not just going to have like 3 children all at once. So the idea is like by the third child, I think we should have built wealth to at least like 200,000 annually. I think that's reasonable.
Man, that's closer to 350,000 for three
Oh,
kids.
okay. That's fair.
And how much is a psychology? How much are you going to make of that?
Um, so currently I make like right around like 80,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea, I actually am currently working towards like building my income substantially. So the idea
Yeah,
is hopefully,
but after you're married, pregnant, and having kids, you're not going to be working full time.
yeah. So the idea is
You're
that
not
if,
going to be working full time. Yeah, the idea is always to somehow become phantom rich before you start having babies. But that's not how life works.
okay.
You
So,
work and you live.
so you're
How
saying I
much
need more
student loan debt
money?
do you have?
I have like 15,000 in loans.
Well, consumer debt.
I don't have any consumer debt.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Dress size.
I'm like a 4, a 4, 4 or 5.
You mind backing camera up?
My face looks a lot heavier. I hold a lot of weight in my face, but I'm petite.
Do that so we can see up and down because I don't really.
Well, I don't really have like real clothes on right now. I kind of have. I recently had surgery, so I have like
What kind of
some.
surgery?
I don't want to blast myself. You got like 6,000.
Okay.
I
How
really
much?
don't
What's
want
the
to
most you've ever weighed?
share.
What's the most you've ever weighed?
150 pounds.
Um. Okay. Yeah. You look a little. You look much bigger than a dress size 4. I mean, I know you
I'm
got a
not.
full
Trust
face,
me.
but okay.
No, I'm not.
But
I'm
you're
not.
still
I'm
talking
not.
about
I'm
it.
not.
I said okay, but I'm still saying you're still talking about a man in the top 8% of earners. Top 8% of earners.
So okay. So I listened to your live with like the last lady, and I felt like you were like, okay, you're 44. So I guess my question to you is for like a woman in her mid-20s, just an average woman, like what should be the goal? Because honestly, I feel like,
I need you to
hearing you.
stand still. I need you to stay still in one place. People
Oh,
are watching this.
oh, sorry. Um, like, because I mean, especially here in Atlanta, I feel like
Hold on.
men who,
Let me answer your question. An average woman.
yeah, the average.
What'd your father do for a living?
My father, he's a professor. He's a chairman at a university, and my mom's a pharmacist.
Okay. Okay. They're above average, but they went to college. But I mean, average people get average people.
Yeah.
What's the average black man make in this country?
You said 50,000, so
Yep. Well, actually, it's 42, but 50 is still. I mean, how old are you again?
28.
Uh huh. Have you ever dated a man making $150,000 a year?
I have.
How long ago was that?
Um, I mean, most of them.
Hold on. When I say date, I mean serious. Did you just roll your eyes?
You said what?
Did you just roll your eyes?
No. I was thinking. I was
Okay.
like thinking.
Okay. When I say date, I meant y'all were Facebook. You know, this is my man. He's claiming you. I'm not talking about he's got another girlfriend. Y'all monogamous.
Hmm.
Have you
Yeah,
ever dated a man making that kind of money?
yeah. The last guy I dated.
How long did you guys date?
We were friends for a while, and
How
so
long did
we
y'all date?
for like a year.
All right. And why didn't that go anywhere?
He I think because of his earning potential, he got like I feel like so he was like a plastic surgeon, and I feel like so we started dating when he entered residency, and like I just feel like he got big headed. Like he realized like all the women that were chasing him, and he's like,
No, no, no,
ugh.
no,
He I guess
no, no. Listen. Okay, listen. Excuse me?
we had a difference in values. Our
Well, not really. Not really. Because you're talking about the way he started looking at his potential the same way you rolled your eyes and I said, "Man, black man make 40,000."
No. Like okay, so he started saying like he wants to have like a polygamous family, and he don't believe in like he just the things
And if that's what he wants, he can get it.
and he can. I'm fully
Right.
believe he can.
Right. Because why? Because he's in the top 8% of black men and top earners. And you ask me, man, you got to rank yourself. Well, where would you rank yourself?
I mean I think I'm like like a 7.
I don't do sevens.
You say you don't do 7s?
No.
What is that like what does that
You
mean?
can't rate. You can't use seven because everybody wants to use seven. 0 to 10, you can't use seven. Now you guys see why I don't use seven because everybody wants to use seven as a safe number.
Okay, 7.5.
No version of a seven.
Okay, 8.
Okay. And you all right now. If you now, I'm going to say something. Okay. Maybe that's just expressive, but if you're doing all that shit with your face, I'm gonna tell you to get up off my phone. That's not cool, young lady.
I'm
It's not a game.
I'm just an expressive person. It's not disrespect.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
I'm
Yeah, it is.
very
You wouldn't do this shit in church or in the college class.
okay. I'm sorry.
I mean, you asked me for my professional advice, so can you respect the platform?
I sure can.
Thank you. An 8. You give yourself an 8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would you rank in the 8 category as far as like famous people, musicians, movie stars, that kind of stuff?
Oh, okay. Uh, a 8 as a famous person,
Mm-hmm.
like in like a ratio, like not
No,
low.
no, like Beyonce's an 8.
No, Beyonce's not an 8.
Who's the image consultant in real life?
Okay, so you think Beyonce's an 8? I think Beyonce's a 10.
No, she's not.
Okay.
Beyonce's an 8. Kelly Rowland would be a 9. And Rihanna, even with her big forehead, would be a 10.
Okay.
So by giving yourself an 8, you put yourself in the category where Beyonce is.
Okay. So I'm not an 8.
Are you in the category with Beyonce?
I mean, no.
This is one of the major issues. You ladies don't know how to rank yourself. So when somebody like myself comes along with some truth, most people in my profession would give Beyonce an 8. And many black women will give her a 10 because you want the guys want to give yourself higher numbers. So are you in her category or not in her category?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not Beyonce.
Okay. I mean, we're talking about just from the face.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then what would you give yourself if you know understand Beyonce as an 8?
Okay, maybe I'm like a 6.
Which is closer to reality. Because by giving yourself an 8, you automatically put yourself in the pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous of all women across the world. And I'm sorry, at 28 years old, your lived life has told you that you're likely not there. Not in the comment section. Are you reading the comments?
You said what?
I said, were you reading the comments?
I haven't really seen any of the comments. What
Okay, good.
what they
So
talk?
ultimately, what I'm trying to get you to understand is, um, you carry. Don't look in the comment section, please. You carry your weight in your face.
Okay.
I mean, and you said that you've recently had surgery, so that typically means stuff like.
To, oh my gosh, this is on my page.
No, it's not. It's on my page. Okay.
This is showing up on my page. Awkward as hell.
Well, I mean, life is life, and I haven't been. I mean, here's the thing, though, man. Whoever you are on here, live stream or wherever, that's who you are in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're wanting a man who's going to be in the top earners of black men,
Mm-hmm.
that's an extremely competitive place to be. I said that's 2% of men.
I mean, but what if your goal, like, I mean, I don't think income is really one of the first things I look at when it comes to a man.
But it is a factor based upon what you want as far as an outcome. The amount of okay, you want 3 children, 2 to 3 children. Are you content with having to share a car? Are you content with having to drive something like I don't know, what's an inexpensive $15,000-$20,000 car? Are you content with driving a $20,000 car? This for the rest of your life? Are you content in living in like an $80,000, $90,000 home, East Point, Decatur, College Park? I mean, most people don't earn college money. Most people are normal people. See, now shit gets real because you start the backpedaling, but it's
I
like, well,
mean,
no. The
just
reality is,
I feel like
the reality is, you want a lifestyle of a white collar, middle class to upper middle class person, because that's what your mother and father sound like they had, pharmacist and
I
professor. You're breaking up.
I believe that my parents my parents worked hard and they afforded a pretty decent life for me. And they came here as immigrants and they weren't rich. So the idea that I have to
All
marry
right, but the difference
starts off.
is you're not them. You were born with Western sensibilities.
Well, I wasn't born here in America. I was
With
born in
Western
Nigeria.
sensibility. Okay. Western sensibilities. Man,
But what I'm
how
saying
much?
is
Okay,
I,
okay, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Listen. Okay. Where do you live?
I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but
You
I'm
live with
open.
your parents? Or live by
Yes,
yourself?
I live with my parents
Why?
to save money to build my business.
Okay. Have you ever lived on your own?
Yes, I did.
All right. So you live with your parents to build your business. So if somebody's making $80,000, you would be okay with the man making half of what you're making.
I would be okay with a man making half of what I'm making if he had a plan and a vision for
See,
it.
see, guys, this is what it always comes down to. I'd accept it as long as he had ambition. See, this always comes down. Listen, no, 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 no. We know where this goes, man. Something's wrong with your speaker.
Okay.
No, the average black man in this country earns $42,000. There's no more money. There's no more ambition. There's no money tree. There's no side hustle. That's what the French toast they earn. Half of the men earn that.
I mean, but
Can you
what I'm
listen and understand that?
I do understand. I
All
completely
right. And then
understand
the
what you're
men that
saying.
earn more than that want a hell of a lot more, like your ex-boyfriend who told you, oh, I'm an above average earner. I'm going to go get the moon and the stars because most guys earn less than me. Is it
Okay, so
starting to
can I
come?
ask you a question?
Listen, the men that you want, the income, the lifestyle, no matter how you want to slice it, how you want to pretty it up. This is not my first rodeo. Please stop looking in the comment section. Look ahead in the thing, because
Oh,
when you're
sorry.
looking down there, it looks like you're not looking here. When you're at the end of the day, man, you can pretty it up, but you want a certain kind of lifestyle. It's a white collar lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So let me ask you this. Can I
Oh
ask a
Jesus.
question? If that's okay. Can I? So for women who have realistic goals, who maybe like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it okay to want a man that has a average earning potential and you guys are able to build to have more in the future? Like I
It's
feel like
okay.
you
No,
kind
no,
of
no, no, no,
I
no,
feel
no,
like
no, no, no,
sometimes
no,
you kind of
no, no,
discuss
no, no.
people's.
You're not the builder. That's why I stopped you. No, you roll your eyes one more time, and I'm going to hang this shit up. I don't do that, young lady.
Okay.
I don't know what the French toast is wrong with you. But you know what I do know? Is this how you act on the phone? You are a trip in a relationship. And I've tried to be really nice to you. Because really, straight out the rip, I could have clowned the hell out of you for acting the way you do, bucking your eyes and shit. This is live. People are looking.
Okay, so I'm gonna get off live because I feel like you're being a little outrageous. But thank you so much.
Yeah, get off live and go get on the diet. Yeah. Well, then let me help you get up out of here, chick. He's so rude. You get off. Bye. Yeah, you don't come over to somebody's place playing games. Bottom line is, I am. Bottom line is, all you women, he's so rude. No, women like her are rude. You come over to somebody's business, bucking your eyes, and you know what? I'll show you what you're sitting there looking like. And then ultimately, when we get right down to it, that's another woman for whom the average earning man would not be good enough. See, what I want for you ladies is to start understanding every time a woman says that they need a man in the top 15, top 10, top 5% of earners, they are telling the rest of men you're not good enough. Well, if they can say that, that's fine. But they're going to have to be able to live up to that. Y'all don't seem to have any problem with women having a standard. But when a man comes along and says, well, guess what, man? You know, you saw her have a fuller face. And I'm like, all right, men who earn the kind of money you're talking about are going to get women who have room to grow. Stand at your mother's house, owning my own business. There's too much attitude. Too full of yourself. That young lady was very full of herself. She may not have been acting all over the place, but she was very, very full of herself. It's a lot of ego. And that does well for when y'all are talking y'all's diva, queen, boss stuff, but it does not work well for the kind of men that women say they want. So, if you think this is rude, then now stay off of here, man, because this is how men talk. I've said it. Men are not going to talk to you like we're women. This is my platform. And when I've had enough of somebody acting immature, childish, goofy, I'm going to call it out. And if that's rude to you, don't come back. That's what I said on Clubhouse. Women are used to one-way aggression. You're used to women being able to act a complete ass. And men are just supposed to take it. Men are supposed to let women just say whatever, do whatever, and just because they're not screaming or raising their voice, we're just supposed to let you do it. No, absolutely not. And the bottom line is, she rated herself an 8. She thinks she's pretty. Okay. She's cute. She's cute. But you're not at the Beyonce level. You're not 8, 9, and 10. Life has shown that. You're at the 5, 6 area. And because I could not get an accurate estimation of her physique, I will give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she had an average physique. But I do know with such a full face, men tend not to be drawn to full-faced women. Especially if, for lots of reasons. So at what point do you ladies feel like you're going to have to start making... See, the problem we've gotten to is so many women feel like they're settling for being realistic. An average man is nothing to settle for. I got news for y'all. An average man is nothing to settle for. And I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about you'll be settling for that. You don't settle for an average man. You settle for a below average man. An average man is a catch. Just like an average woman is supposed to be the prize, right? Mm-hmm. But we're used to that. And that's why you see so many of our women going around acting an ass. And then wonder why you get a certain kind of treatment. Now, I'm not going to put that up there because that would be pejorative. But when she started making all those faces, it reminded me of a movie. But I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be rude. Because it'll be taken out of context. But you ladies really are going to have to start understanding effectively what you're telling men. When you tell them an average man, I would be okay with a guy earning $40,000 as long as he was not earning $40,000. I would be okay with a man earning $50,000 as long as he was not okay with earning 50,000. That's what they're saying. No, it's not precious. It was. I would be okay with a man earning average as long as he's not earning average. That's what they say. You guys can dress it up all you want to, but that is what the rank and file, overinflated sense of ego woman is saying. Yep, that's what the over average. That's what the overinflated sense of ego. Yeah. So on this page, I block people. I'm not looking for. Yeah, I'm looking for people who understand that life is about trade-offs and choices. That life is about lions, hyenas, jackals, wild dogs, impalas, water buffalo, zebras. That's what I'm looking for. People who understand that. People who understand that. People who understand that there is a clock on stuff. That life is serious. That at 28 years old, you shouldn't be acting like a teenager. That woman's almost 30 years old acting like that. I'm looking for people who understand that you can't have everything. You got to make trade-offs. And you got to decide and move forward. That everybody's not going, I'm staying with mom, and so I can save money to start this business and da-da-da-da. No, it's not most people. Most people are looking to just try to have a life, do something. And for the other folks who want to think, knock yourself out. But I'm not sitting over here coddling delusion because it doesn't help anybody. If you want somebody to coddle delusion, there are plenty of places out there. Plenty of channels, plenty of panels. This ain't one of them. All right. So till next time. Peace out.